Okay, so for this video, we're going to walk through a few FAQs and common mistakes for the Wasatch Wildlife Watch project. We are on year 6, and so at this point, there are a few things that we want to talk about that are just common mistakes that are made that we may be able to address, and so we can improve it from year to year. And so let's just get right into it. Like I said, if we go back to this overview, this video is going to be completely focused on FAQs and some common mistakes. It's really good to learn from what previous volunteer participants and also myself have done in the past. And so we're just going to go over a few things that are good to focus on while you're out there in the field setting up your camera trap. So for field season etiquette, there's some really good do's and some really good don'ts. And so for some of the things that you should be doing while you're out there is please contact me if you have any questions or issues throughout any of the setup, check, or takedown processes. If your camera's malfunctioning or if you're having a difficult time accessing a site, it's better to reach out to me sooner than later so that we can try and address those issues as soon as possible. A definite do is to tell your family and friends about the project. We are trying to grow this every single year, and we're really trying to turn Wasatch Wildlife Watch into a much larger, much more influential project. And so it's always great to kind of spread that word of mouth to friends and family. A definite do is to bring a friend out while you're hiking. We'll talk a little bit about this if we talk about safety, but 99% of accidents that happen in the wilderness are to people that are out hiking alone. And so we don't want any safety issues with this project. We want to make sure that you're as safe as possible while you're out participating. So please bring a friend or multiple friends while you're out hiking. And then, of course, email me or the team if you have any assistance or need any assistance with your site. And of course, make sure you're being as safe as possible while you're out there. You're bringing the proper hiking equipment. You're bringing proper safety gear. And then once your photos are uploaded or your site is completed, it is very good practice to message me and let me know, hey, I've completed rotation 1, the check, setup, or takedown, or hey, I'm done uploading my photos. That is always just really good practice. It allows me to kind of keep track of where everybody's at. And then with the photos, it allows me to kind of verify that those photos are in the study program. So in Wildlife Insights, that they're in that program, they've been registered, and that there's no errors on my end, on the back end, where we're actually going to be downloading that data. So for some do-nots or some don'ts for field season etiquette, please don't share any of these images on social media before checking with the team. So if you want to check with me and you want to say, hey, this photo is awesome, I want to share this photo on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, most of the time that's going to be an absolute yes. But we do ask that you please ask for permission before sending those photos out. And we're definitely not going to share any photos of human activity whatsoever, even if it's really funny or if it's something kind of crazy. Human photos are a definite no. That is that's in violation of privacy laws, and we want to stay in compliance with that. And so we're definitely not going to share any human photos, but wildlife photos are definite goes for share as long as you check in with the team beforehand. You definitely don't want to share your specific camera location with anyone you don't trust. Our goal is to provide sound research for wildlife conservation. And although 95% of people are amazing and do great things, we don't want to get this data into the wrong hands for any nefarious purposes. So please don't share the specific camera location with people that you don't trust immediately within your inner circle. And then please do not try to confront people engaged in illegal activity. That's never a safe thing. We will report it and we'll go to the authorities for it, but we don't want you to take the law into your own hands. And please do not hesitate to reach out again if you need any help with any of these things. The field season, the setup, it can be kind of hectic, and I understand that. And locating sites for cameras can be pretty difficult at times. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me. And then, of course, this is actually a really big one. We don't want anyone mixing batteries. And the reason for this is that is actually a really good way to completely short circuit your camera. So if you really want to use rechargeable batteries instead of the disposable ones that we supply, I completely support that. But please don't mix those batteries together. If we have rechargeables mixed with the alkaline or lithium batteries, that can short circuit the computer and the camera, and that can break the camera. So if you're going to use one type of battery or the other, just make sure that you stick to that type of battery. And those are the only batteries that are in your camera when you're setting it up. And then again, right here, please do not upload images of humans. We have a program set in stage that when you upload human photos, it automatically deletes those. So there shouldn't be an issue, but you also have access to photos before those photos are uploaded. And so it really is up to you to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and we're not uploading photos of humans to any social media site. Okay, so let's go over a few what ifs. What if you can't make it to your camera check or takedown? So usually it's not a problem. We have weeks buffers for all of these different checks and takedowns, so we can usually figure something out. But if you're unable to make a check or if you're unable to make a takedown, then the best thing to do is to just reach out and contact me. And specifically, if it is the week of that check or takedown that you realize you're not gonna be able to make it, it is very good practice to try and contact me before Thursday of the end of that designated week. That means that I can then go out and complete that check or takedown for you, and I can schedule that within my own time so that we don't miss a potential week's worth of data. And so if you're unable to make it, the sooner the better. But if it's during the week of the actual check, takedown, or setup, please let me know before Thursday so I can fit that into my fieldwork schedule. And again, we are expecting everyone to complete every single check, every single setup, every single takedown. That is the commitment that you're making by joining this project. But we also know that life happens and that things occur that we may or may not be planning for. So if you know that something's like that's going to happen, or if something like that happens, it's completely okay. Just make sure that you contact me as soon as possible. I have both my phone number and my email there. Okay, so again, thank you so much for participating. Again, we can't do this work without you. And the project has been very influential from the start of it in 2018 till now. And that really is because of you. We have done some great things with this project. We have so many great ideas in the future, and none of it would be even remotely possible without the participation of so many amazing citizen scientists that make this project work. So thank you so much. It really is because of you we're able to do this. And I hope we have another great field season. If anybody has any questions, this is a great time to ask.